Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. It's just with all of the problems we are facing, here and around the world, it's just this nonsense. This is this woman, we saved this for you as well. This is the major threat to America is a non-binary Broadway performer in the Macy's Parade. Yes, okay.
Disney's box office flops like the Marvels, as well as Macy's inclusion of a non-binary transgender character in a parade, is just another example of an ideological war that's being waged on families. And customers are saying they've had enough, but it seems that corporate brands that were once trusted just still aren't getting the message. So I think you're seeing parents stand up, rise up, and say, we're going to parent, and we expect our family-friendly events to truly be family-friendly. And not teach our children values that we object to.
Yes, you can't have that next to a giant Garfield balloon. What?
Without having a photo of this human being that is non-binary in this parade, I would give her $1 million if she could pick them out of a lineup. I would be shocked. So all this stuff about we're going to parent your own children and worry about what everyone else is doing with theirs, because they're doing just fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's this, religious autocracy. Speaking of series that you could stream, Handmaid's Tale, it's just like, yes, this is this person on Fox again.
Kristen, what do you say to people who go, well, you got to be tolerant to all, be inclusive to all?
We're all about tolerance and inclusivity, and what that means is that it shouldn't be corporate brands that are waging propaganda on our children. Right now we're seeing in the entertainment industry, at Disney's hands, as well as even in our school system, we're seeing propaganda being waged that plays out in secret transitions that are being facilitated without parents' knowledge. We're seeing curriculum and books that are being used in classrooms designed to confuse children about who they are and who God created them to be.
Secret transitions, like Wonder Woman twirling. Yeah, twirling around.
Oh my God, that's so weird. When Julie left to school this morning, she was in a dress, and now it's Jake in a suit. How did this happen? I just can't with these people. It's so hard not to curse on the show when you're saying stories like this.
I know.
If she doesn't want her kids watching Disney's,
Don't
content,
watch it.
And by the way,
This is the Macy's Day Parade she's talking about.
then turn off the TV in your own home.
And there's only 2 non-binary people in the entire parade.
Yeah. And hasn't Ron DeSantis' whole campaign crashed and burned over this stupid woke nonsense?
Yeah, but Ron DeSantis is wearing more makeup and shoe lifts than any drag queen or trans person I've ever met in my life. He's committing a felony every time he goes out in public in Florida. No one's doing anything about it.
He did look like a drag queen wearing heels for the first time walking across the stage, the debate stage. It was,
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's adorable.
All right. One last one with this lady. All right.
We need to understand very clearly that these ideologies that are being peddled in films and in our school systems are designed to pit children against their parents. And it's time for parents to not stand on the sidelines, but to truly use their influence.
For people that are so anti-Disney, why do they all sound like Minnie Mouse?
Thank you. Oh my God, you just said what I was thinking. This woman has been stunted in a 7-year-old young girl's voice. I'm like, okay, I think that's what we actually need to research.
That's how Ron DeSantis' wife sounds.
Yes.
That's how Mike Johnson's.
Mike Johnson's? What's her name?
Kelly, hi.
That's how she sounds.
They have that whispery baby Barbie voice.
Whisper.
Yes. Well, that's because they don't want to emasculate their man because they might already be gay. I said might intentionally.
Oh my God, Mike Johnson has the biggest resting gay face I've ever seen. But whatever.
I mean, Mike Johnson has a lot of resting gay things as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's just
You have to speak softly so that women
don't
upset your man.
So they don't overpower their man.
That's right.
The lady doth protest too much. I really do think that's why they have that. In what is it? Not infanticide, but because I think that's a whole nother thing.
Infantilize.
They like that their wives sound like young girls.
Yes.
There's something really gross about it.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Ew, ick. Okay.
Ick.
They're
Ick
all
is
on.
right.
They're all on. What is it, Jody?
Whisperall. Hi, I take Whisperall.
Okay. It's from a Bob Seska bit. Okay. Speaking of Speaker God Warrior and his lovely wife,
I'm Kelly.
You know what? I'm actually wondering, Jody, can you Google this? Has Mike Johnson, you know how some people do that horrible thing to their dogs that bark too much? They, cut their vocal cords. Has he done that to
I'll see if he even has a
Kelly?
dog. Or Kelly?
I think he's talking. I'll see if he even has a dog. Jody was definitely convinced that he's also mutilating a dog in the house.
No, maybe I'm just saying, he seems like he might physically alter her vocal cord just to, right?
He
And
might.
she tries to cough. She's like,
She's got the Ivanka thing going. She talks like
Ugh.
okay. Yes, Devon. My heart belongs to Daddy.
I wrote a letter to Daddy.
Oh my
Okay,
God, Baby Jane's.
Could you take your organ? It's Dueling Baby Janes.
Yeah,
Could
great.
You take your organ out for me? Thank you. During a recent interview, House Speaker Mike Johnson, Speaker God Warrior, suggested the founders' intent to separate church and state has been widely misunderstood, and government leaders should more openly express their faith in their work. Oh boy. He called the separation of church and state a misnomer. No, not really. And added that the phrase wasn't in the U.S. Constitution, even though the First Amendment's Establishment Clause is widely interpreted as the founders believe the government should be seen as separate from any religious institution.
It's in the Federalist Papers.
Yeah, it's... he just mansplained to us what Thomas Jefferson meant.
You know what though? That's a really, really common right-wing thing.
Yes,
when I
it
went
is.
to go
Yeah.
work for the right-wing radio station, I mentioned separation of church and state, and they all said, that's not in the Constitution.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is.
No.
it's in
Also,
federal.
it's just the assumption that there's only one religion in this country,
Right.
which
Right.
is absurd.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God, how many times can we say that? I need my thing. They, what they fought for was, freedom of, and from religion, if that's what you wanted. That's the whole, okay. Did I hear that right?
Most of
I
the founding
want a
fathers-
Satanist to be elected president of the United
Yes.
States and hear every single one of them go, we didn't mean that. We were just kidding.
Right.
I worship Satan.
I would.
Well, we had Satan elected, but I don't know if he's actually a Satanist, so we were close.
I would just like an atheist.
Okay, John in Chicago, you're on with Dana. Hello. Hello, John.
Hello, Stephanie,
Hi.
long-time viewer.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was listening to MSNBC last night, Alex Wagner, and she had a story out that I thought was a little bit disturbing. It was that Trump had Univision.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Had a Trump interview with really lowball questions. But
Yeah.
there was some background that was even a little bit more disturbing. Apparently, Univision has merged with another TV company in Mexico, and things have changed. Biden had apparently some ads that were going to run during that interview that they dropped.
Yeah, that's what it's disturbing. We just had a what's his name, Leon Krause, one of the most prominent anchors at Univision's news division, left in the wake of that interview. I don't know if you saw it, Dana, but that was the extra crispy bucket of Hitlery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they did refuse ads from the Biden
From
camp
Biden,
and
yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why he left. It spurred concerns among other journalists at the company that they're no longer challenging, because everything he said went unchallenged completely. And yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, absolutely. They're also, everything that he's saying, talking about the border and the purge of not pure blood in this country, which made my boil because that's such Hitlery talk.
Yeah.
They're making sure that all of the viewers don't know what his plans are after the election.
Yeah.
And they're trying everything they can to make sure that he gets the Hispanic vote in this country.
I was just going to say every factor is going to be important in 2024.
Yeah,
especially
and so the
Hispanic
caller is
vote.
right, and I know that you covered this. They pulled all ads. They're not letting a response to Trump's interview from someone on the Biden administration, a Democratic response. They're not letting any of that happen anymore. They're pulling all the ads. It's pretty terrifying. It's a massive voting block.
Yeah. Here's where your dreams come true. You got to be the opening act for Paula Poundstone this morning. Hi, good morning, Paula Poundstone.
Hello?
Hello.
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 Can you hear me?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes. What? Hi.
It's me, Paul Poundstone, 18th time caller and longtime listener. I have three things I wanted to say. I was listening to Tuesday's show last night because, I can't always get it on my radio, and so I listen on various electronic devices, and my cats had chewed through the wire on the waffle iron, so I wasn't able to listen on Tuesday. And I heard Rocky Mountain Mike otherwise known as Rocky Memory Mike,
Yes.
say that I had said, I think he said something to the effect of that I said that I love you, which is true, but that I said that I didn't love Chris?
Yes.
No.
Yes, he did say
Well,
that.
you're going to have to address that after
Oh,
the hard break.
no.
Because
Yes,
I'm
we
going
have
to
a hard break.
slam you right into a hard break. Paula Poundstone, you were in the midst of a very long but albeit fascinating story before the break. Please continue.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
We can hear you.
We reviewed that Rocky
All
Mountain
right,
Mike came
I
to
just
see
wanted
you. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Rocky Memory Mike came to see me, and he relayed entirely incorrectly.
Okay.
He said that I said that I did not love Chris. I never said such a thing, and I love Chris. I think I've made it abundantly clear
Yes,
that I
you have.
love Chris.
You have.
By the way that I look at him,
Yes.
and by my gentle touch.
And by the fact that you don't care that he is the worst ping pong player in the history
in the
of
history
world.
of your ping pong tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? I don't even remember the quality of your play.
See, that's
I
how
mean,
that's
memorable
love.
it
That's
was.
love.
Yeah.
He just stands there like a giant wall of muscles while the ball bounces off of him. That's pretty much.
Sounds a lot like Chris's sex
more
life
than
as
many
well.
can
I don't remember
do.
your quality
Pretty
of
much.
play. He's just a giant thing of muscles while the ball bounces off of him.
Dana Louise Goldberg. I'm sorry, Paula Poundstone. But did you have more for us?
I also wanted to say,
All right.
this is my third. I think this is my second thing. No, this might be my third thing.
Okay.
I wanted to say
Yes.
that Mike Johnson's wife sounds like a fifth grader doing her science fair presentation when she didn't really put the work in for the confidence that you need.
I agree. Yes, I agree.
Don't you think that's
Yeah, it's like
the
when
best description?
you've heard me tell the story. I grew shrimp for my science fair project, and the light bulb went out the night before, and they all died. And so I just stirred them up before
No.
the judges came by, so it looked like they were swimming, but they were dead.
Stephanie, that's desecrating a grave.
Well, you know.
I think that's hysterical.
Thank you.